Alright, Shalom Akim. First off, call Law Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well through the Spirit. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Alright, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, preaching, living the word of sincerity and truth. Alright, so Brother Yara from GMS Dallas. Back with lesson with through the Spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. Again, giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai for allowing, blessing me with the Spirit to put this video together. Just want to go into the title of the video is going to be the Most High will vindicate his men, and we're going to get that definition a little later. But I want to start with the scripture before I get that definition, because right now it's kind of in a response and just my take on the Spirit, a few spiritual words concerning the so-called domestic terrorist attack that happened in New Jersey with the New Jersey shooting, which brothers know about that shooting by now. Several brothers have done videos on it, have given their take in the Spirit, given some very edifying videos on it, some very uplifting and inspiring videos and faith boosting videos, all through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. For brothers are still stepping up and pushing his word, man, in the midst of what's going on, man. And that's all through the Spirit of the Heavenly Father in this court of prophecy. And so we see these things happen. We were told these things are going to happen. And so it's beautiful to see, man, how prophecy is playing out. The men of the Lord are proved to be right, who are the real Israelites according to the scriptures. The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, chiefly of the doctrine of Great Millstone, man. And those that are with the doctrine as well may not necessarily subscribe themselves under Great GMS, but believe in the doctrine that's being taught from the elders and apostles on down. We're being seen to be right, man. These things are taking place, and it's happening, man. We're coming to the beginning of the real persecution, and it's only going to increase, man. So brothers haven't seen it. It's several articles. Brothers have done several videos on it. They have this two Jakes, a man and a woman, who were together, and they shot up a grocery store, shot up some Amalekites, which they called them Jews, but they're really not the real Jews. So they're pushing a narrative of, it's all because of Black Hebrew Israelites, we're labeled as a terrorist group, and that's the narrative that they're pushing, man. So that's how we're described as in the Southern Poverty Law Center in their documentation, and according to them, we're a hate group. Okay, we're a terrorist group. And they're pushing that to say that we're the problem. This is because of the Black Hebrew Israelite doctrine. Is why this couple shot the school, man. Shot the store and shot these so-called Jews, which they're not the real Jews according to biblical prophecy, history, and the scriptures, man. Okay, these are just Edomites who converted, man. At the end of the day, but they're pushing anti-Semitism, so they're really painting us a narrative to come after us, man. That they're setting up the stage for the ultimate persecution, to say that we're the problem, to justify getting rid of us and getting us off the streets, man. But like I said, this is all prophesied according to the scriptures, man. The Most High told us these things were going to happen through prophecy. The Lord told us these things. He prepared his men, because that's what happened in the time of Rome, in the time of the Lord. After he sacrificed himself for the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, and Jake started to wake up. And after the Lord was taken up in the chariot, and the apostles started pushing the doctrine in the book of Acts, and in the time of Acts, the Lord told them the same thing, man. You're going to be persecuted. They're going to put you in jail. You're going to be brought before governors, okay, in the courts. Okay, and you're going to be lied on, man, and persecuted. And that's what happened in Roman captivity. And this is Rome all over again. So we're seeing the same things, because the scriptures say there's no new thing under the sun. So I don't want to do too much talking. Let's get that real quick and get into these scriptures. And again, the Lord willing, this is edifying for Akim as well. Ecclesiastes might be chapter 3. Yeah, it should be chapter 3. Ecclesiastes chapter 3. See, it may be in 1. Salakia, yeah. Yeah, so Ecclesiastes chapter 1. So, all right, Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that had been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. So this is not a new thing, man. Okay, this type of persecution is not a new thing. It happened before. Okay, it's going to happen again, as the prophets and the apostles and men of the Lord were back in that time of persecution. It's going to happen again, man. Okay, the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets, so they're coming back. The prophets and the men of the Lord are back here again, but this time there is going to be putting the apostles and the disciples and the prophets to death, man. Okay, it's time for the men of the Lord to win, man, because we've been losing throughout various captivities, man, being put to death, being tortured. But now it's time for the elect to win, man, on this side. So this is nothing new. This is what's been prophesied from the Heavenly Father. And so we were looking for these things, man. We see these things to come. This lets us know that what the Lord said is true, man, because it's coming to pass. All right, so let's go to Isaiah 42, which I had previously. Isaiah 42 and 6, starting at verse 6. I, Yahweh, have called thee in righteousness. Who is he called? He's called his men, okay? He's called his men. He put an anointing and the spirit on his men to do his will, man, to push his word, push his truth, glorify Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man, as they confess Yahweh Shai into the world, man, preaching his doctrine across the four corners of the earth. That's what he's called his men to do, and that's what we see, and this is the result of it. Okay, the Lord said in Matthew 24 chapter that this doctrine must be preached throughout the four corners of the earth, and then shall the end come, man. So we're in those times, man. Okay, we're in the times of major prophecy taking place. And will hold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for the light of the Gentiles. Okay, and that's what we're doing, man. Working, because everyone we're the Gentiles, man. That's spoken of. That's going to wake up, man. It's not the other nations. The Gentiles are the Israelites who were in the Gentile state of mind, following other doctrines, not knowing that they're Israel. So we were Gentiles at one point. Okay, you can read about that in 1 Corinthians, the 12th chapter, the first 2 verses. We've woken up, okay? And so the elect teachers are being woken up under the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and we're seen as a covenant in the light. We're that what's that covenant? Okay, that agreement that the Most High had with our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That covenant for the people is that promise being fulfilled, man, that he was going to raise up his seed and last in, and we was going to rule. And that's what's happening, man. That covenant is being fulfilled now under the new covenant, which Yahweh shed his blood. And now he's returning and forgetting sins of the house of Israel and having mercy upon us. And he's waking his men up. What? He's preaching the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Our time of redemption is at hand. Okay, according to Romans 13:11. Okay, our salvation draweth nigh. So that's the covenant. That's what we're giving a covenant for the people, man, to wake up the elect. Okay, and the 1/3. For a light of the Gentiles, to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison, and then they'll sit in darkness out of the prison house. So that's what we're doing, man. We're waking our people up, man. Okay, we're out there waking our people up, preaching the doctrine in the street corners in the major cities of America and around the world now, man. Okay, this doctrine is worldwide now, being pushed heavily through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and that's why Esau is making his moves now, because he can't blind the people anymore. He can't blind the elect anymore. He has 2/3 of our people in the rest of the nations, but he can't blind the elect anymore. The elect is waking up to his bullshit, okay, which is lies, right? His propaganda, his doctrine, his religion, okay, his political moves and strategies. Okay, we're completely waking up to the devil, man. Who the devil is, man. And we're understanding the truth of the Bible, and we're understanding wherein lies our salvation, and it's not in America. This ain't our rest, man. The elect is understanding that and waking up and not subscribing to the BS of this system anymore. And now because this doctrine is going out, the nation of Israel is gaining momentum through the spirit. And the momentum is going to manifest physically when the Lord comes back. But Esau is losing momentum. Okay? The other nations aren't believing him anymore. The other nations are being stirred up. Okay? His house is divided. His system is fallen. His currency is fallen. And this is why he has to make these moves now, because he's losing. These Edomites are losing the spirit. The Most High is bringing them down and raising up his people. We're coming to a time of a shift in power, man. And that's why he's pushing things. That's why he's gonna have to go to the extreme of just eventually he's gonna have to try to put us to death, man. Because his lies, his propaganda, it's not gonna work, man. His tactics are extremely tacky, as the elder Yahshua always says, not count. Okay, it's completely tacky, man, and he's through at the end of the day, you know. And that's why he's pushing this. He's trying to create this narrative now, man. Because he's gonna have to try to come after us, because he has a short time, according to Revelation, the 12th chapter. Okay, verse 8. I am Yahweh, that is my name, and we know through the spirit and through faith, his name is Yahweh. Yah, he, Hawa exists, or he is. Okay, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. Okay. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. So that's what's happening, man. Before these things even sprung forth, we were already told about this, man. Okay, in the Gospels, the Lord said this was going to happen. The apostles said this was going to happen. And then the apostles elders from Great Millstone, when they hit YouTube in 2007, they were saying this thing was going to happen. We were saying these things are going to happen. We were preaching these things, you know. Myself, I've been a part of the camp for almost 11 years now. We've been preaching this. Now it's here, man. Now it's time, you know. But only the strong and the ones that believe in the Most High is dealing with, and that chosen from the foundation of the earth, that were predestined to receive salvation, are going to stand strong and push, man. And we seen that, man. Brothers are more amped in the spirit, man, because we see we're almost out of this shithole, man. You know. That flesh may tug at you at times, but man, that faith ultimately is going to take over, man. That faith in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But why? Because we were told these things are going to happen, and it's happening, man. Everything the Lord said through the spirit, man, is happening. He's making it manifest. And so also he said he's going to vindicate his men. Okay, we're coming to the time of Jacob's trouble, but what does it also say? He shall be saved out of it. So because these things are going to happen, you got to believe that he's going to deliver his men as well, man. So we have to fight to be a part of that number, to give diligence to make our call and election sure through all your tribulations. You know, you may make a mistake, you may get judged, you may get chastised, man. You may be brought down. But when you change to a lower state, be patient, man. You know, because it's a learning experience. You know, you got to continue to get back up. Okay. So let's get that definition of vindicate. Because that's, like I said, that's the title of this lesson. That's what he's going to do for his men. Because they're pushing a narrative of we're terrorists, and we're the worst thing known to man. We're the worst. We're like the plague. Everything is our fault. But hey, man, who's really ruining the world? We're not out there killing nobody. You know, we're not out there jumping nobody. We're just preaching the Bible, man, telling the truth on the street corners. Okay, according to the Spirit. Okay, but who's really destroying the ozone layer? The minds of the people. Look at this. Who has control of the state of the earth, and who put the earth in the state that it's in right now? You Edomites, man. Okay. Who's causing mass murder across the planet Earth? Who's using disease warfare? Okay. Who's crashing other countries' economies? Who's setting up false flags attacks, man? Okay. Who's doing that? Who's setting up coups? Okay. Who's completely hoeing countries out of their resources, man, and hoarding all the resources? Who's doing that, man? It's not us. Okay. But they're gonna push this. They're gonna set these, and that's what they do, man. That's their MO. Just like Nero blamed the Jews in time of Rome, man, to justify persecution and justify them sacking Jerusalem. They're doing the same thing here, man. You know. Okay, so hey, man, and that's what we'll be saying, man. We've been saying this, you know. And you got these guys they linking the guns to the Black Hebrew Israelites. And that's what we've been telling you other camps, man. You camps that's putting up videos of you going to the gun range and doing all that, man. You know, that's linking yourself directly to this madness, man. You know, but we've been telling you that, but now they're gonna start coming after you. But like I said, like the brother Elder Kazak in the Mississippi camp said, man, they linking us all together, man. You know, whether you got a 501c3 charter or not, you know. We all linked in one lump sum, man. You know, but this is a definition of vindicate. First definition: clear someone of blame or suspicion. Second definition: show or prove to be right, reasonable, or justified. And that's what the Lord is going to do, man. Okay? He's going to clear his men of any blame or suspicion, man. Okay? And he's going to show who his men are in the end, man. So actually, off those definitions, I want to get I had a Romans 8. I was going to get it later, but I'm going to go ahead and get it now. And then we'll go to 2nd Esdras as well, just for those two definitions. Let's see. Just bear with me, Archeon. Actually, I meant to go to Romans first, but it's all right. So I'll just get 2nd Esdras 16 first. Because that second definition said what? He was on to prove someone right or be justified, man. Alright, so we'll just start around 69 just to pull it up. Okay. Alright, 2nd Esdras 16. I'll start quote the point. Verse 73. Because when we read up, it's talking about martial law. Okay. And so that's when they're going to start kicking in doors. And you know what? Let me just start up. 2nd Esdras 16, 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So those that read the Bible, man, you know, Esau has gotten all he can out of the Bible. Okay, he can't use the scripture anymore because the true understanding of the scriptures have been brought out, and it's understood that the Most High, the scriptures aren't for the so-called white man. It's not for America. Okay, so they're going to eventually more likely have to outlaw the Bible, man. But it's going to be a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, that subscribe themselves to the scriptures, chiefly those that the men of the Lord, you know, those that call themselves Israelites that believe in the Bible. You Christians aren't going to be safe either, man. Your faith is going to be tested as well if you really believe, you know. But there's going to be a great insurrection, a great persecution upon those, man. And it's the beginning right now. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Okay, they're going to have to make moves, man, because they're going to see that these false flag attacks, okay, the trying to set up this narrative is not going to work, man. They're going to have to eventually really get physical, and that's when the Lord's going to lift up that standard as well, according to Isaiah the 59th chapter. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Okay, so then it's going to be known who the Most High is dealing with, and they're going to be tried, man. Okay, as gold is tried in the fire. Hear, O my beloved, okay, the house of David, okay, because that's who's going to receive mercy, and that's who the Most High is building back up, is the house of David. And that word, and the name David in the Hebrew means beloved, Dawadah, beloved. Said, hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Okay? So the days of trouble being prophesied, but he's also said, I'm going to deliver you, man. So we have to continuously believe that, and know that that's coming, along with the prophecies of destruction, of turmoil and hell that we see. The deliverance is going to come also. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, said the Lord power. So he's going to guide those, man. So in a time of persecution, in a time of Inquisition, when we brought before course, which I'm going to get that in Matthew the 10th chapter, he's going to guide you what to say. He's going to guide us how to move in that time, man. The Spirit is going to take over, you know. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. Okay, so you can't let your sins weigh you down. You can't dwell on that, man. You know, you got to just work on it, feeling less. You get judged or something happens, you know, you get chastised. Okay, you can't be offended, man. You have to get up and keep moving. Okay, but now you just can't be a complete nigga and just lose your mind and keep doing bullshit. But you have to learn from your mistakes and get up and keep it pushing and strive to do better and better. Woe be it unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities, like as a field is covered with bushes, and the path thereof covered with thorns, that no man may travel through. So that's destruction unto them. that can't get over that, But the point is, then those shall be. This is the point, though. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and that shall be tried as a gold in the fire. So he's gonna going back to the definition of vindicate. Show, prove to be right, reasonable, and justified. Okay, those it's gonna be known who is chosen, man. It's gonna be proved to be right because why? They're gonna be defended and delivered in that day, man. His chosen is gonna be manifest. Okay, so let's go to Romans 8. It's like I'm not gonna try to make this too long, but hey, it's all according to the Spirit, Let's go to Romans 8 and 30. Romans 8 and 30. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. Okay, and we know about predestination. It speaks about that in Ephesians, the 1st chapter. Those are called from the foundation of the earth, that elect, those first fruits, those spirits that Yahweh created, that help creation. Okay, those are the first fruits, man. Okay, and called and created to understand in this time and push that word, man. Them he also justified, okay, or vindicated. And whom he justified, them he also glorified, meaning it's going to be known who is chosen, because they're going to receive salvation and receive those palms. And when you read about the second Esdras, the 2nd chapter, okay, with spiritual power, with rulership, man, of the governing body of the 144,000. What shall we say then to these things? If the Most High be for us, who can it be against us? So Esau can't be against us, man. It's not going to amount to anything, okay? Because the Most High is for his men. So it's not going to work, man. These narratives that he's setting up, these false flags, okay, painting us in this negative picture, it's not going to work. Because all he's going to do is shed it. It's all according to everything that's being done on the planet Earth is for the works of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, for his plan, how he has it planned out. What is that going to do, man? People are going to start looking at the Israelites more and more. And what's going to happen? The elect is going to come out of that, man. The elect is going to wake up because it's going to shine more light on us. Okay? That's all it's going to do. Because people going to be wondering, like, because they're going to try to present evidence and videos. And then when you really go watch our videos, we're not telling nobody to go out and do that, man. Go out and shoot up gutter rats. We're telling Jake to have patience and be still, man. The Lord is going to fight our battles. The Lord is going to take care of this when it's time. We just have to continuously push the word, man. Put up blessings, have faith, and govern our lives, and have the correct anastrophe. Okay, which when you read the scriptures in the New Testament, a lot of times it's conversation. Have a righteous conversation, but when you look up that word, it's anastrophe in the Greek, meaning your behavior. Have a righteous, upright, and a hopeful behavior towards the salvation of us, for our salvation. Okay, that's what we out there telling Jake. We're telling Jake, man, if you going out there being carnal and not being spiritual and trying to take it into your own hands to take vengeance, you're gonna lose, man. The Lord ain't gonna defend you, man. You're gonna be in jail or the east, or the cops gonna shoot you, man. You're gonna take a huge L in that day because you're not being spiritual, man. You're not waiting upon the Lord, according to Zephaniah 9, 3 and 8. Okay, so when the elect are gonna watch the vids, they're going to start coming out. They're going to start asking questions. They're going to really inquire what we're about. And then they're going to find out, man, that we're just being lied on, man. It's going to manifest, man. Okay? All things are going to be brought to light. And that was verse 32. He that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? So if he spared Yahushua, okay, If he didn't spare Yahushua and delivered him up to be put to death for the nation of Israel, man, how is he not going to with him freely give us the salvation, man? Bless us with everything, man. If he can sacrifice his own son, you don't think he's going to do good by us as well with his son? That's what they're saying. Verse 33, who shall lay anything to the charge of the Most High's elect? It is the Most High that justifies. It's the Most High that's going to vindicate. You can't lay a charge to the Most High's elect. Why? Because they was justified from the foundation of the earth, man. We were called. Okay? We were called and justified from the beginning, man. Okay? Psalm 32 and 2. Blessed is, I'll start at 1. Psalm 32 and 1. Blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. Blessed is the man unto whom the Lord imputeth not iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile. And there's going to be 144,000 men that's set up there, in whose names there was found no guile. You can read about that in Revelation, the 7th chapter, man. Okay? Either the 7th chapter or the 14th chapter. I always get it mixed up. So Slock, brothers can look it up. But there's not going to be any guile found in our mouth, man. Yeah, you can talk about in the flesh all day. We all in the flesh. We all make mistakes, man. But the intent and the spirit that the Most High put on his men, okay, you're not going to be able to say anything about that because he's justified. He didn't impute iniquity. He's the ultimate judge, man. Okay? And that's what's going to be proven when this devil really tries to roll, man. Like I said, this is just the beginning of prophecy, man. But the Most High told us these things. He told us going to happen, and he's going to give us a way out of it as well, man. Okay, we're going to be delivered. And Lord is making sense for Akion, So, and also shout out to the brother that put a comment on the other video I posted, which was a repost from Elder Ariala's take on it. Brother, I think his screen name was Isaiah 59 to 17. So he had a beautiful comment, And what do you say? It's escaping. I was just looking at it. Pretty much going to the effect of how, it's funny how they try to group us in with this terrorist stuff. But like I said, when they have mass school shootings, they never bring up their religious background of these Edomite kids that's shooting up schools and all that, man. They never attach that. But as soon as there's a school shooting or something that, or somebody that may have watched Israel or whatever, which we know is a setup, but now it's all because of the doctrine. Now it's because of Black Hebrew Israelites. But they don't say anything about because he was a Christian, because there are tons of Christians out there that blame the so-called Jews, the elite banking families, for the state of the world and things of that nature, how they spew out hatred towards them, but they never group them with that. That it's always an individual thing with the Edomite shooters. But with Jake, they always generalize Jake, but they hate to be generalized, So I thought that was a beautiful observation, beautiful comment in the spirit, man. But going back to the scriptures, Matthew 10 and 19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what you shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what you shall speak. And Yahweh shall walked it like he talked it, man, because he did the same thing, man. Okay, he didn't say anything, man. He knew what it was. He was eventually justified because he glorified was sitting on the right hand of the Heavenly Father, man. And so the Spirit is going to give us what we shall speak in that time, man. So there's no reason to panic, man. Now we in the flesh, so a demon may throw a little thought in your head, but ultimately you got to let that Spirit take over, man, and trump that flesh. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. Okay, so the Spirit is going to take over. He's going to guide, like I read in the 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, man. It's Proverbs 16 and 3. Commit thy works unto Yahweh, and thy thoughts shall be established. And that's what the elect are doing, man. We're committing our works unto the Heavenly Father, man. Steady pushing His word. Okay, living life to the best of your ability, praying, fasting, teaching the hopeful elect. Being a brother. It's all for the glorification of Yahweh Shema Shah. If you do that, your thoughts are going to be established, man. And the Spirit will take over in that day. To where the Spirit is going to speak through you. The Most High is going to give you words to say, because He gives us the words now to do lessons. It's all according to His Spirit, It's all according to the faith and will of Yahweh Shema Shah that we're able to do these lessons that continue to push. We go out to the highways and byways. We're not out of there speaking out of our own heart and our own mind. Okay, we're speaking through the will of the Heavenly Father, man. We're speaking we're giving His words unto the people with understanding, So it's never been about us. So why should it be about us in the very end when we're being persecuted? Okay, the Spirit is still gonna speak through us in that time, man. As long as you're not panicking, That's pretty much all. I asked y'all to get one more, which is what the Elder Ariella brought this out as well, but this is one of my favorite scriptures. Psalms 46 and 10. Be still and know that I am Yahweh. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. So we just have to be still and stay calm, man. Like the elder said, we don't have anything to be on the defense about, man. We're on the offense right now, okay? The spiritual ball is in the court, in Israel's court, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel shot. We in the driver's seat, we in control, man, because we're right. Esau is in defense, and he's not going to be able to defend himself. He's not going to be able to get out of the judgment that's coming, that's been prescribed. So now he has to lie and try to wiggle out of it, man, by trying to turn the blame back on us, man. But the Spirit of Heavenly Father is attacking Esau in this rulership right now. He's attacking the Edomites. The Spirit is attacking him, okay? The word is attacking this devil, man. And the word is taking this devil down. So it's not going to be anything that he can do in that time, man. We just have to stay strong, continue to push, and not let these demons take over your mind and bring you down, man. So with that, Lord willing, to edify for Akim, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, rule well through the Spirit. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.